Hi everyone, my name is Moonshine and I'm the host of today's AMA with Blink Galaxy. So through the we have ADAN here with us who's going to be talking about how Blink Galaxy aims to redefine how users interact and grow through a dynamic blockchain powered ecosystem designed for global accessibility. So let's see what the team from Blink Galaxy has for every listener here today. So, Aiden, could you start by introducing yourself and the team behind Blink Galaxy?
Yeah, for sure. Uh, First of all, thank you for the space. My name is ADAN Hernandez. I'm the founder of Seredi Games, which is the company behind Blink Galaxy, and we have a very experienced team in the gaming side and the blockchain side, full of about 25 people in the blockchain and 25 for the gaming. What we're doing right now is, let's say, creating a company, which is a way that people can uh, merge what is happening in the Web 2 aspect, and then try to bring the users to the Web 3 world without any like hard steps. So the ecosystem that we are building has been built for 4 years. We have two titles. One is Outer Ring MMO, which is a metaverse, and we have Razor Loop. Those are the main titles that we are using to bring people from the Web 2 world to the Web 3.
Thanks so much for that introduction about you guys. So, I think one of the first question I have, because I saw on your website that you guys are trying to launch the Blink Galaxy blockchain for your own EVM compatible chain. So the first question I have is, how would you describe the fundamental value the Blink Galaxy brings to the blockchain gaming landscape that existing Web3 gaming hubs have not achieved?
Yeah, this is a great question. Actually, what we're trying to do right now with the blockchain is adding only the feature which is gasless. Right now we have one token which is called JQ. It's the token for the gaming ecosystem, and we have been using this token for rewards, for staking, for voting system, for getting a lot of things inside the game. And actually, all these features that we have, we built those in BSC, in Binance Smart Chain. We have more than 25,000 holders. We have more than 17,000 monthly active users. But then we realize something. Every time that somebody is using our decentralized application or trying to create something to mint, because we have a factory that you can mint your own NFTs, which is can be armor, can be weapons, can be cars, chips, lands, every asset that we're using inside the game. But they are expensive at a certain point because you need to pay the fees on the BSC. So that's when we start looking to integrate a blockchain that can be with lower fees every time that you're using it. But after being checking out several different ways, we reached to Scale. Scale is a blockchain that is using gasless. They offer to incubate us because we have a token in the products that we are holding right now. We have almost 3 million transactions in 2 years. So it's something that we need to have right now. It's not only that we decide to create a new blockchain, it's because we already have the assets to be, uh, let's say, using this new technology, and also the metaverse is holding 17 brands. Every brand must have their own mini game that is going to be blockchain related. So it's going to be another 17 games. And another thing to add here is in the Blink Galaxy ecosystem, we have Blink Passport. Blink Passport is a way that users can create an account with only an email. They don't need to know what is blockchain, what is a wallet, or any other kind of blockchain or Web3 things. So what we are doing with the passport is adding the users to this space so they can use the tools without having any knowledge about these new technologies. After they are trying to operate or they are trying to get into these applications, they will realize that they're already using a blockchain account, but was not difficult at all. Because when you are adding new people to projects and you say there is Web3 gaming, the first question that they ask is, do I need to pay something? Because they know that crypto related, you must to pay for almost everything. And in this case, what we are doing with this blockchain is you don't have to pay anything. You create an account, you download the game, you start playing, you're receiving benefits, rewards. All these transactions are gasless until you decide to cash out the rewards that you're receiving, which those rewards are called tokens. The tokens can be sent to your wallet and you can sell those tokens from your wallet. At that point, they need to know what is a blockchain. But before that, you can enjoy whatever they love to do, which is playing. So this is the way that we are um, fixing the problem that is doing right now, which is bringing the users to play Web3 games without any knowledge.
Nice. Thank you so much. I think through your explanation, we're able to touch different aspects too of your project, which I really appreciate. Now, about the Blink passport, is there a criteria to own one? And could you walk us through in details how the Blink passport works as both a wallet and identity system, and how it simplifies onboarding for non-crypto users?
Yeah, for sure. Blink Passport is an application that is only asking to the user for an email to create an account, first of all. So is the requirement for any platform. When you are downloading a game in the ecosystem that is not related with blockchain, the only requirement that you need is a user, and the user can be created by an email. So with this is we are following the same things that all the gaming are asking in a normal way. So when you create an account, we are offering several things. One is wallet as a service. Wallet as a service is a way that you can, with your email, have or create a new wallet to start receiving rewards. And you don't need to know what number is the wallet because we are sending all the rewards to your username, which the username can be a username that you choose or the email. And then all the rewards that you're receiving are going to be in your wallet as a service. When you're interacting in the platforms, you're only interacting with your email or your username, and that's it. You don't need to figure out how to use a wallet inside the game. Also, if you're getting rewards inside the game and you want to transfer some of those rewards to a friend that is playing with you can send those rewards to the username or the email of your friend. That's not a problem. And all these things that you're doing in the blockchain. Every transaction is going to be recording in the blockchain, but actually you don't need to figure out which wallet is the number of the public wallet for your friend. It's only with the username, which is very easy for anyone to understand that you are sending something to another guy, and it's not blockchain related in as you think, but actually behind or in, let's say, in the back end, we are doing all these things to you. And then also, as soon as you have like all these things that that rewards in your uh, Blink Passport, which is a profile that you create, if you want to send something to the wallet, there's a first step, which is before sending something to your personal wallet, we're going to teach you what is a wallet, what do you need, why do you need a wallet, which blockchain we are using, which network, and how can you add that network to your wallet. And then after you're sending, this is like a step-by-step guide to show you in a simple way how to send your tokens and not like lose something in the middle of the process. So this is how Blink Passport is working. Actually, in the profile, after you want to try to send something to your personal wallet, you can connect your wallet. This is a feature that we have. If you already create your wallet, you can connect the wallet to your profile, and then you can send tokens directly to the wallet that is connected. In that case, you don't need to copy and paste the wallet. Maybe made a mistake because you didn't like copy the full wallet address. So there's a feature that after the user create an account, a wallet with a seed phrase and all the things that are needed, you can connect that wallet to your profile, and there's gonna be the wallet that you're gonna use. You're gonna be using the profile, and then with a simple click, you can send either tokens from your wallet to your profile, or the tokens that you're holding in your profile to your personal wallet.
Nice. Thanks for walking us through that. So I think something else I was also curious about was I see you guys have two tokens, which is the BG and the GQ. So what was the reasoning behind introducing the BG token, especially considering the role GQ previously played in the ecosystem?
Yeah, GQ is the token for the gaming side. Is the token that we are using in the two games right now, which is if you're paying a fee, an additional fee for creating something, you have to use GQ. And if you're receiving rewards, like we have a decentralized application, it's a mini game that you can be receiving rewards and you can exchange that reward for GQ, and you can stake GQ and receive voting power in the gaming for decisions in the gaming side. But like I said before, all these things are happening in BSC. So to do all these things, you have to add the network, which is BSC, to your wallet, and then pay the fees with BNB. So when we are changing to a blockchain, which is our own blockchain, we need our own new token, which is BG for the blockchain side. What's the benefit of this token is when you're creating a blockchain, you need nodes. Nodes to continue be using or storing the information and have like several copies, to be secure. So you can get those tokens, which is BG. You can create a node and start participating with us and receive rewards for the things that people are going to be creating. Let's remember something. The blockchain that we are trying to add to the game, which is going to be gasless, is for transactions. So people can be doing any transaction is going to be for free. But creating things like minting new things, there must be a price for the fee because you are adding things to the blockchain. And then for adding these features, like some people are using IPFS in sending the information to a cloud, and we are going to be using the same blockchain to store the information. So it's going to be another kind of node needed to be storing this information, and you can be participating in this with getting BGs. We're gonna allow the people to stake BG and receive rewards, which is the same BG that we have as a reward. And we have allies. We have people who wants to add the game to the Blink Galaxy ecosystem because we have the already the Blink passport and all these features that they need to have in their gaming. So there's going to be a platform for the people to stake tokens and then receive other kind of tokens, not only our tokens. And this is a launching application. And another feature to add with BG is uh, voting system in the blockchain side, which is deciding if we are adding a game or not, because there's going to be a due diligence by the community. We're going to be a launchpad for the gaming. So every title that wants to be participating in the metaverse with the blockchain involved, you need to get into the our due diligence with the community, like deciding if it's a great project to have, or maybe this is not the time for them to be in the metaverse or be interacting with the blockchain. So that's why we need the token in that side. Let's say we already have all the things created with the GQ in the gaming side, but now in the blockchain side, you need a token to the economy for the own blockchain.
Okay. So now still about the token. I see there is like a community migration program, like burning the GQ token and minting the BG token. So can you explain how this works and why it was designed this way?
Yeah, people who start with us more than 3 years ago, they decide to be or one of the early investors in the project. So they have been doing all these things like stake, receive rewards, and all that is offering in the decentralized application. But then when we decide to migrate from BSC to a new blockchain, there's going to be a migration involved in the gaming side. So what we are doing with these people is giving a reward back, giving like you can use your tokens to participate with the BG. It's like we are not asking for them to pay in another kind like USDC, USDT. We are allowing the people to pay with GQ. The process is they pay the GQ. We burned that GQ. We start 6 months cliff and 6 months vesting for the people who wants to uh, exchange GQ by BG. And the only benefit that they receive is a discount for be using BG for this stage. And this is only a portion of the project. We decide to go with the 20% in 5 years. The first year is going to be 10% only, and then 2% in the next upcoming years to allowing the people if they want it. Actually, it's not. It's something that you must decide, because if you want to keep your GQ because you're more in the gaming related, that's fine. It's only a benefit that we are adding for the holders that has been with us for more than 1, 2, or 3 years ago.
Thanks for throwing more light on that. So I think on this note, let's move over to the tokenomics aspect of it. So how have the tokenomics been structured to balance rewards, liquidity, and long-term sustainability?
Can you elaborate a little bit more the question, please?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So um I was asking about your tokenomics. How has the tokenomics been structured? The GQ tokenomics. You have some percents slated to staking, treasury, liquidity. So I just wanted you to give us like a brief through how it is structured and why each of those percent is allocated to every of those aspects.
Okay, for the BG, for the Blink Galaxy tokenomics, we create different things to incentivize how you can be using the token in the upcoming years, and with the migration and the integration of the gaming. For example, right now we are in the third month. We start the tokenomics on August, and then uh, start releasing the token distribution in October. So we are in the third month. We add rewards, which is the rewards that the people will be receiving for validation and when you're using nodes, and to, let's say, incentivize staking for the people who are going to be staking for receiving rewards, or for receiving another kind of tokens that the alliance that we are adding to the ecosystem. Then we have liquidity to be adding, different exchange in the future. Right now in December 15, which is the TGE, we're gonna add Uniswap, and a couple weeks later, before the end of the year, we're gonna add a centralized exchange. It's gonna be part of the first, um, let's say, steps that we will add to the BG, and the liquidity is gonna be in the next year. Allow us to add a couple of more listings, can be either DEX or SEX. So we create this token distribution with years to allow the process of the blockchain to be developed, and be adding different titles to this blockchain. And once that is the first step are completed, which is the first, is going to be adding the metaverse, allowing the people to be using this cashless blockchain. Then will be the race game, which is Racer Loop, and then we will add the next titles that are in the line, and that's gonna be working inside the metaverse and inside the blockchain with the same infrastructure.
Okay, thank you so much for walking us through that. So I see that you guys have some funds raised in your private sale and your seed sale. So is it something you guys are still trying to raise, or is something you guys have done already?
We raise the first month, which is in October, 575,000 from family and friends. And this was only the proceed, let's say the first round that we launched. And then right now we are in the seed round, which is we have a public round for the people. We are offering different bonus stage in Gempad, which is a platform that we are using to sell the token in the seed. And this seed is going to be closed in 4 days. It's going to be until December 15, when is the TGE. And the price that we have right now is that 008, which is the price before the listing. The listing price is going to be that 01. So if people are buying something right now, it's going to be with that 20% discount before listing. We're gonna list on this DEX, which is Uniswap. And something to add here is in the rounds that we are, when we start the family and friends, we add a long cliff and a long vesting, which allow us to continue the developing in the next year, which is 2026, without being like worried about the releasing tokens. So the cliff is gonna be 2026, all the 12 months, And the vesting is going to start on January and is going to be on ending on December, which is a 12 months vesting. This allows to the people to continue being participating as part of the project. But actually, in the TGE, which is December 15, we're going to have a 20% of the lock only of the selling of the launch pads and the pre-sale that we have on Genpad. But all the early investors that we will have on October, there will be no unlock until 2027. So that's something that we clarified since the beginning because we don't want to have like this selling pressure. There's going to be a 20% unlock only for the launchpad, which is a small amount, and then it's going to be a 3 months cliff and 12-month vesting. That's what we have. We already have 6 launchpad confirmed. All the people already say that on public on Twitter, for example. And what we are trying to do right now is bringing the people to Genpad to first get the tokens with bonus stage, which is receiving percentage like they have 10%, 12%, up to 25% more of the tokens that you're receiving for this public sale before Launchpad starts selling the token as well. The price for the token in the Launchpad is going to be the same, is that 008, but they don't have any bonus or any other gift when you are buying tokens with them. It's only in the Genpad application.
Yeah, thank you so much for walking us through that. Really appreciate. So, um, I see that you guys have two ecosystem games, which is the Outer Ring and Razor Loop. So, what player experiences can users expect from these integrated games?
From Outer Ring, you can receive a lot of different things. It's a game, but we are calling this like an open application. It's a metaverse when you can come to play. You can come as a user to use the application that we have inside because we have brands. The brands we built buildings for them. And let's say, for example, we have Get.io, which is one of the partners from GQ. You can go to that building. You can use your account from Get.io and start using the application. If you are a trader, if you want to check all your investments, all these things you can do it inside the metaverse without have to go to another website in your computer or your devices. We have schools. We have 2 schools. People from different parts of the world, they can be learning in those schools. We have a blockchain school and we have a normal school. One of those schools has a library. You can be accessing to reading whatever book you're looking for inside this metaverse. And if you want to play, you can go and play. We have different arenas. You can play player versus player, player versus environment. There is an open world and you can explore different things. We have now adding in this December 17 in the new version that we are releasing from the metaverse, a path to follow to get to one boss. We have a new environment, different things for play inside. And actually, that's why we are trying to bring users, not only players, because there's a lot of things that can be done inside. That includes a company that wants to have like a meeting inside the metaverse. There's a way that you can have meetings in your metaverse. And there's marketing things going on because the people are navigating in the metaverse and are looking into all the buildings and all the things that you're offering. So this is a great marketing tool. And in the race loop is a race game for people who loves to have different way to to be testing your skills with the speed. This is a great game for be playing. It's a cheap race game, so you have different ways to be playing with your friends, with trying to make new numbers, with the fast chip that you can create. Is in the Web3 as well, so you can get all these assets. And if you don't want it, you can sell it because there's a marketplace to be selling your things. We have more than 200 pieces per chip that you can be integrated to be the fastest chip in the game. So that's the titles that we already have. Outer Ring is in a alpha version. Right now is the 002, and December 17th is going to be releasing the 003, which is 2 days after the TG. We'll have a version before the end of the year. And Razor Loop is in the beta, and actually we already listed in Epic Games that can be downloaded there. There's a problem with the link right now, but it's gonna be fixed in the upcoming days. But you can download it on Epic Games for your computer as well, or you can download directly from the website with an email account and start playing both titles in your computer with only an email.
I appreciate the details in your answer to that question. So I think just a few more questions before we take some questions from the community. So how open is the Blink Galaxy ecosystem to partnerships? What criteria does Blink Galaxy use to determine strategic partnerships, both on chain and off chain?
Okay, for actually we have in the 17 brands that we already have inside the metaverse, we have in the both sides. We have companies that are blockchain related and blockchain companies who doesn't need to have something blockchain related, but also we are offering them to be part of this in the blockchain side. For example, we have a basketball court. This company knows what is blockchain, but they don't have anything related with blockchain. And they are a basketball team. We create this court to allow the people to have events inside the metaverse, and they will start giving rewards to the users who come and play in this basketball court in a digital way with a mini game. And there's gonna be assets in the token side and assets in the NFT side. So that can be something great for the companies who doesn't know anything about blockchain, and you can start like creating the things for them. If they don't have an idea in the game, you can use skins for your character, for your weapons, or for your assets, for the cars, for the chips. You can use different aspects for these companies, and that's the way that we can be partnering with the people who wants to learn what is blockchain, if they don't know what it is. And if you already have something in the blockchain, we can integrate those things in the metaverse as well. We are very, very flexible because we are trying to, let's say, bridge that gap between Web 2 and Web 3. And this is a way that you can do it. Is offering to the different kind of companies the benefits. If you don't know what it is, we can teach you. If you already have something, we can add those things to the metaverse.
Okay, so another question I had was, what major milestones define the next phase of Blink Galaxy's roadmap, especially regarding, the upgrades, game expansions, or marketplace evolution?
Well, we are aiming after adding all these features that we already have, which is the titles and the migration. we're aiming to have a milestone, which is launching a gaming ecosystem that is going to be something easy to use for newcomers. Let's say there's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of gaming being developed, but actually they're looking to have this kind of partners, a partner who can help them to complete the steps to have the game up and running. And then with the community, with players, with users, with somebody who can tell you that you're doing correctly or there's something that need to change because it's not what people are looking for. So one of the milestones that we are looking is to have this platform ready for newcomers to launch their own products and be part of the ecosystem. And that will be done when we have the full ecosystem with the voting system for the community, with the staking, with the validators, with the blockchain. So we're aiming to have this in 2026. We are asking for 6 months for the migration, but one of the things that we realize is we are using EVM. Because we already have all the contracts in BSC. So migrate to our own blockchain that is going to be EVM as well. It's not going to be difficult at all. Maybe we are asking for time only for doing things correctly. But I believe it's going to be earlier than the time that we are asking. But that's going to be happening on 2026 to have this full milestone and offer this kind of products for different people who is looking to have this as soon as possible.
Thank you very much for that explanation. So at this point, before we start taking some community question, is there anything we've not mentioned that you'd like to mention so we can take some questions?
I think we round into all the aspects. The only thing, if there's another question related with this, that I want to add is we spent 2 years trying to figure out how to create a blockchain that can be used in the gaming system. We're planning to have this blockchain in 2027. But actually, when we partnered with Scale and Scale start offering all the services in this incubation, we realized we are ready to go because we have been working in these 2 years. So it's not like one morning we woke up and say we're gonna create a blockchain because it's not happening that way. Is we did all the steps. We have all the contracts audited by Certic, and then we are ready to migrate all these things because we have been working with them for more than 2 years. So right now that we already have 25K holders that you can check in the blockchain site, and we have more than 35,000 NFTs minted by the community because they minted one by one with the factory that we have for the NFTs. And this is because you are adding tiers and kind of rarity to your assets. We are ready to migrate to platforms who can be adding this feature. And we realize also one another thing. If we already have more than 25,000 holders and we have more than 35,000 NFTs with a blockchain that you must be paying for fees, how many assets will we have in the next 1 or 2 years if you don't have to pay anything to create something? There's going to be a number, maybe 10x more because people are thinking twice to create something in the BSC because they need to pay. Now that it's going to be for free, but it's something that you can use in the game. I think we will have a lot of more interactive for interaction for the users.
All right. Thanks for talking about that. So I muted Smart Chain. So Smart Chain, you can go ahead and ask a question, mate. Smart Chain, you have to unmute your mic to speak.
Hello, guys.
Hi. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. So my question is about the security and the fraud detection system. I just wanted to know what problems can happen if someone tries to change or manipulate the time record for completing missions in Blink Galaxy, and how does the platform make sure that the mission completion times are accurate and fair so that players cannot cheat or gain an unfair advantage?
Well, in this case, is it's more easy that in the normal gaming ecosystem because every transaction that you're doing in the game is blockchain related. Let's say when you start playing something, you create a transaction. If you are playing with the PvP, player versus player, as soon as you start the campaign, you start the game, there's a first interaction, which is a transaction. So um, trying to manipulate blockchain things is really difficult right now. Blockchain is almost unhackable. So there's a way that we are adding this feature for the people to be very transparent, but without needed to be like worried about these kind of things. And also the rewards that we are giving to the people is uh, those rewards are being calculated for the time that you're playing, the time that you are completing all the tasks, and for completing the task, there's a transaction on any time, and there's a timestamp. The timestamp that we are collecting is for the blockchain, so it's kind of difficult. I cannot say it's 100% sure that it's not gonna be a problem because I know there's a lot of problems when you are creating new things, but actually we are improving every time that people are detecting, even if there's like a small kind of bug, we take all the community that they're sharing uh, to make sure in the next version is going to be solved. So I can be saying right now that we are pretty sure that we don't have any problem in that case that you're saying. And if there's a problem, it's going to be fixed as soon as possible.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's really amazing. That's amazing. I really love what you guys are building, and that shows that you guys are transparent in everything you do, and I really give you guys a big kudos on that. And I wish you guys best of luck, and thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question, Smart. I unmuted David Seed. So, David Seed, you can go ahead with your question.
Yeah, good day. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Good day, Moonshine. Good day, ADAN. Yeah. So I just have a question concerning the BG. So with the BG token that is getting launched on Uniswap like this week, so what was your boldest prediction for the ecosystem growth in like let's say 12 months, and what are your steps put in place to ensure growth in the BG token? Yeah.
Thanks for the question. This is a great question that I always love to be answering because we decided to go with the 2026 growing up because we are integrating features in the whole year. Let's say, for example, the first milestone for the 2026 is launching the mainnet. We already have the testnet up and running. Like I said, creating contracts, the same contracts that we already have in BSC, is very easy because it's the same contract only with launching in the new game in the new blockchain, and that's it. But actually, on January is gonna be the mainnet up and running. So after that, we have the first milestone, which is using our own blockchain. What's next is migrating, first of all, the decentralized application for the people who has stake tokens for voting in the gaming side, or migrate the assets that we already have on BSC. So that's going to be in the first month. So this is another milestone. As soon as people can be using all these assets in the new game blockchain, that's a huge milestone. So then migrate the internal application for the gaming system, for example, for ordering, migrate the way that users are going to be using those assets in the game in the new blockchain. There's another milestone. And then adding the gaming ecosystem and make it ready for the people to launch their own tokens and their own projects inside the Blink Galaxy ecosystem. That's going to be on the 2026 as well. So this is another great milestone, because now you can be participating in a launch pad, for example, to decide if you want to add a game or not, if you want to participate in the private round for that game or not, if you're going to be first one of the early investors of or certain projects. So this is allowing the people to be holding BG, because there's a lot of benefits. If you're a holder of the BG, you can decide what's happening in the gaming world with the new titles that are being created that are going to be participating with us or in the metaverse. So there's a lot of things happening in 2026, and this is a full roadmap for people to decide if they continue holding tokens or staking tokens, because there's a lot of things to do in the whole year. So this is how the 2026 is gonna be planned, and that roadmap is gonna be published after we have the mainnet. But we already have a lot of this information in the white paper as well.
Okay, that's lovely. That's lovely. I look forward to see these features and the launch of the BG token. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question, David. The last question of today is Sujay. Sujay, you can go ahead with your question.
Hey, thanks, Moonshine. Hello, Aiden.
Oh,
Hello. Okay. So my question was with regards to future game developments, right? Now you have the Outer Ring MMO, you have the Racer Loop developed by the people from Sorority Games. Going forward, is the plan to sort of partner with third-party studios to develop more games for the blockchain, for the ecosystem, or are you going to be side by side developing your own games too, regardless of who comes on board from other chains or other game developing studios?
sorry, I missed the last part. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, I was just curious, going forward after, Outer Ring and after Racer Loops for future game developments, are you going to rely on your core team? Are they going to take the lead to design and develop more games, or is the focus going to be to find partnerships with third-party studios who will develop the games for you?
Okay, thanks. Well, there's two ways to see this. One is we have our own, let's say, team that are creating different things, but actually, there's a lot of talent out there. So we are creating the PG ecosystem. One of the things is giving grants for different gaming studios who are trying to build something. Another thing that we realized when we were in the middle of the developing the games is when you're a small studio, you're looking to have a way that you can be testing what you're creating, and then for example, having a cloud for every month to be testing your own application and then inviting people to come and test is kind of difficult for a gaming studio. So what we are adding in the same BG ecosystem is a way that we can incubate that projects and make those studios not be like having a struggle to be testing in the safe environment or with new community. That's why we are saying to the people, okay, if you have BG and you can be participating in the new game launch that is not only from us, is people who wants to launch something in our ecosystem. You can be part of this. You can be of the first investors or even the first testers that people are going to be needed. So we are going to continue developing the games that we have in house, and actually for companies who wants to add another game, we are offering the services to them as well, which is, for example, the basketball court that we have. We are developing the game, which is a mini basketball web application game that you can play inside the metaverse to get rewards for them. And there's, when you're creating a game, you add in certain things, for example, ads, video ads showing new things that they are offering to the people. So in that case, our team continue working, but actually we are pushing the new gaming studios or the small studios who wants to create something to do not to be like worry about having something big. We are offering this incubation with the community that we are creating right now with BG.
Got it. Just a quick follow-up to that. Now, if as a game developer, I already have a game running on, say, XYZ blockchain, how easy is it going to be for me to port that game to your blockchain? Will you support that kind of porting? And what would be the requirements? Does it just have to be a game written in Solidity which runs on an EVM chain? Is that all the requirement there is, or would something else be needed, like using your specific SDKs for me to sort of onboard an existing game onto your blockchain?
Well, right now, you have a game in Rust as well. That's not a problem because
Hmm.
we are adding interoperability. So with that said, you can use blockchains with the same EVM compatible, but actually you have a game right now in another blockchain. Let's say, for example, Solana. Now the majority of the wallets can support different blockchains, not only EVMs. Let's say MetaMask. You can have MetaMask right now with several different blockchains that in the past maybe doesn't work. Right now you can be using or adding different networks without a problem. So with that said, we are not only saying if you're gonna be EVM, you can be with us. If you love to be developing things in another language, that's something that we can work something in the middle, because the metaverse is really flexible. If we're adding a game in the metaverse, we are adding in the HTML word. We are adding like the web application, and if you outside the metaverse, you have your own mini infrastructure, or you already built those games you have up and running in another hosting. That's not a problem, because we can be pointing that outside the metaverse without the user having to be like taking care about the links that they're using, because it's something that we already have inside and can be manipulated. For example, if you have a kiosk, which is a space inside the metaverse, and a user come to this kiosk and start interacting with your game, the application that is going to be running is the application that we declare in that kiosk, not the user be typing something to get to your game. So in that case, it's not like a problem for the users that maybe made a mistake when writing the things. It's only a simple click, and then the game's gonna bring up to the user inside the metaverse without having these kind of problems.
Got it. Wonderful. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you so much, Aiden, for the answers, and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Moonshine.
Yeah, thank you so much, CJ, for jumping in on the mic. So I think that's all the question I'm taking for this AMA. But before we close on the VC ADAN, I'd like to give you the floor, the concluding statement. Hey, Dan, are you there?
Yeah, Moonshine. I lost the last few seconds. Can you repeat that, please?
So I said I would like to give you the opportunity to give the concluding statement before I close down the VC. Is there any final statements you have?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. I would say I will invite the people to join us into the pre-sale that we have in Genpad, which is a platform 100% secure. We audited the contracts with them, and with Certic, we have the KYC as well. We have been doxed. They have a platform to be allowing the companies to be vetted. So we have all the budgets the platform are asking for to be 100% a company that you can be trust in the things that we are creating. We already share, and Mario help us as well to share the socials that you can go and check all the things that we are building. You can download the titles that we have. You can play all of this, and you can be, testing all the things that we already have up and running. So the final thing that I'm adding is get this token because it's going to be a great launch in the next December 15. Right now we have a bonus running in the Genpad website, so it's a great opportunity for anyone. And the first thing after getting the token is we are going to allow the people to stake, and we are going to have a 300% yield reward for the next months for the people who are going to be staking with us. And this is because we are trying to make sure that the people are taking the great decision to be part of this project with us. So this is only an invitation for the people. Go to Genpad, get the token. If you don't want to use Genpad because it's your decision, we're going to be having 7 different launchpads in the upcoming days before the listing that can be in the same terms. The only different thing is in Genpad, we have a bonus stage that you can receive more rewards. But yeah, this is the only thing. Thank you for the space. I love the questions for the people, and I love to be here. If there's any other information that people need, just send a DM, and I can be sending the information.
Yeah, enjoyed the section with you, Aiden. Thank you so much for joining GoldDiggers to talk about your project. And we hope to see you in the future, coming to give us updates about how far Blink Galaxy has gone and the milestones you guys have crossed. So thank you so much once again. Thank you everyone for listening. Do well to join their Telegram channel. Follow them on X to get updates about the project and what they are building on. See you guys in the next AMA.
Thank you.